this health parade. It's very important. And as we all know, health is wealth. No matter how rich you are, if you don't have health in itself, you are not rich. Because you will spend almost all that you have to redeem your health. So that's why part of the reasons I'm here this morning. Like we already said, my name is Blessing. I'm a registered nurse and midwife, and I'm a volunteer with Embrace Life Foundation. And thank you, thank you. So Embrace Life Foundation, our goal and our mission is to create awareness about breast cancer specifically. Because by the grace of God, the founder of our foundation is a breast cancer survivor of many years now, over 10 years, and God has kept her. So because of that, every October is known as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we go out as much as possible to reach out to women, screening them, checking their breasts for them, and the ones we need to refer to the hospital, we do that as quickly as possible. Because whether you like it or not, prevention is always better and cheaper than cure. To prevent something, they give you mosquito nets to sleep under mosquito nets so that you don't get bitten by a mosquito and you start looking for malaria medicine here and there. You don't sleep under the mosquito nets. You've not done yourself good. There are people that sleep under insecticide treated mosquito nets, and for years they can tell you that they've not had malaria. And it's true, because where will the insect bite them? Where will the mosquito come from to bite them? So that's how it works. So that's why we're here. I'm here particularly to talk about one of the world's highest killing cancer, which is breast cancer. Breast cancer has taken the lives of so many women, and the bad thing about it is that most people present when the cancer is already very late. Very, very late. There are stages of breast cancer. Most of the cases present when, like, you see them in the last stage of this cancer, and there is almost little or nothing you can do about it. Meanwhile, if they come in early, there's enough time to save the person, because early detection, the earlier you find out that something is wrong, the better you start treating it, and you live your normal life like nothing ever happened. So what is cancer? Cancer is just when the cells of somebody's body start growing in an abnormal way. Most of us here have children. You know how your child behaved before. All of a sudden, the child started behaving in another way. It is easy to pick, right? It's easy to know that this child is not behaving the way he used to. So that's how cancer is. The cells, the normal cells in your body, you know, when you have a wound, after a while, you see that no matter how deep that wound is, after a while, the wound will start growing, and at the point it will what? Heal up. So imagine that cells of your body growing. Now imagine some people, when they have a wound, I'm just using that one for example, and the wound heals or grows. Instead of healing, the skin is still growing abnormally. That's an abnormal growth. So that's how cancers occur generally. And breast cancer is when the cells of the breast starts to grow in an abnormal fashion, you know, in the way it's not supposed to grow. And we have people who are at risk of breast cancer. Who are the people at risk of breast cancer? Studies have shown that every woman is at risk of breast cancer. However, some people have high risk, while some have low risk. So being a woman already puts you at risk of breast cancer. Why? Because you have breast. I'll call it functional breast, because even the men too have breast. But to some extent, their own breast is not as functional as that of the woman. But for the woman, you have a breast, so that's a low puts you at risk. Women have 99% chances of developing cancers compared to men. Men only have just 0.5 to 1% chances of coming down with breast cancer. So, another risk is age. As people increase in age, because of the changes that happen in the body, it also increases the person's risk of developing cancers, and breast cancer specifically. Another risk is wrong use or abuse of alcohol, cigarettes. You know, people smoke a lot of things these days. Abuse of those things, bringing in substance into into your body that is not supposed to be there. By the time you start abusing those things, after a while you find out that the cells in your body will start to react to those things, and it can cause cancers. There are risks. Generally, there is no known specific cause of cancer. There is no known specific cause, but there are things that can predispose or make somebody easily come by cancer. And these are the things I'm mentioning. Then another risk is too much consumption of too much canned food. There's a particular thing they use to preserve canned food. For the time that don't like to eat fresh food, you're eating canned food, you think you're enjoying yourself. You know, hot dog, geisha, sardine, all those things. You think you're enjoying yourself. Be careful. Because the things they use to preserve those things, when they get into your body, might not go down well after some time or after some years. So another thing is that some people that are born with specific gene that has the capacity to cause cancer. That's why you hear when you go to the hospital to see a doctor, they ask you, in your family, does anybody have this? Maybe if you came down with hypertension, they will start asking you, in your family, does anybody have hypertension? Your mother's side, your father's side, they ask you this question. Why? Because most times, most diseases have been seen to go through family lines. The same thing with breast cancer. There's what we call the BRCA1-2 gene. It can predispose a woman who has that gene in her already to cancer. So these are some of the things that can predispose people to cancer. So what do you do, or what should you do? Simply avoid those risk factors. Eat fresh food, vegetables, buy fresh vegetables and eat. Avoid processed food as much as possible. Avoid them or minimize it. If you're already addicted to it, try to minimize it. The same thing with alcohol and smoking. If it's possible to do away with it, please do away with it. However, minimize it as much as possible. Minimize it. And lastly, I'll talk about how to detect or how to know that something is wrong with your breast. It brings me to a topic known as self-breast examination. What is self-breast examination? It's simply checking your breast by yourself. You know, if you are the type that has been checking your breast, or you know what your normal breast looks like, the day you see something that is not normal, will you know? You will know. You will know. It's just like that your child has been behaving well. Anytime he does something or say a word that you never heard him utter before, you will call him and say, where did you learn that from? So that's how it works. The idea of this self-breast examination is for you to be conversant or to be familiar with what your normal breast looks like. On a normal day, what will your breast look like? And for us women, we know that during our menstrual period, the breast is usually soft, tender, and that is the time we advise you to check 3 to 5 days after your period. The reason is because by that time, the breast is tender and you can easily pick anything from the breast. Have you heard of people complaining of lump in the breast? Who has heard about lump in the breast before? Raise your hand and let me know that you have heard about it. Yes, you've heard about it. So these are the things you're also looking out for in the breast. So how do you do this procedure? You stand erect. You're looking at the mirror. Why are you looking at the mirror? You're trying to observe the two breasts. Men also learn this thing because you can teach your wife, and you can also help her to do it, and you can also help to pick out any abnormality. Do you know that studies have shown that most women that report to the hospital with breast lumps, these lumps were first discovered by their partners? Yes, it was first discovered by their male partners, their husbands or their partners. Let me just put it like that generally. So men, you need to also learn it so that if you see anything different from what your wife's breast normally is, you'll be able to pick it. Okay? Please, are we following? Am I making sense? Am I confusing anybody? Thank you. So let me continue. The first thing you do is observation. What is observation? Simply looking at the breast. Observe the two breasts. Are they equal? Normally, the two breasts are usually not exactly the same. Do we agree? Yes. Women, do we agree? Yes. One is usually bigger than the other, but the difference is not so obvious. But if you are, of course, as a woman, you've been looking at your body, you will know. You will be able to tell the So you look at it, you look at the breast very well, you observe the two breasts. Are they equal, or is one unusually, mark the word unusually, because we have already established that one is usually bigger than the other. But when it's too big, appearing, you might need to report to the hospital because something might be wrong. So you check the two breasts, are they equal? You observe what else are you looking out for? Rashes, unusual rashes. You're not having rashes all over your body, but you're not having specific ones around your breast. And maybe the thing is looking like it's a sore. Okay, redness. You know when you flog somebody, that place can get red. Imagine that kind of thing. You see that kind of a thing on your breast. You did not hit it. You did not, nobody hit you there, or you did not hit it anywhere. You are seeing that kind of thing. You need to report to the hospital. Then there's what we call dimpling. You know, some people when they smile, there's this, their cheeks, one part of it go inside. Do you understand? Imagine you seeing that kind of a thing on your breast. It's something to be worried about. So in your observation, you're looking at for how many things. You're looking if the breasts are equal. You're checking for any rash or any change in skin color, including that redness. You're also looking rashes or scale. Some people, they don't have a scaly skin, but all of a sudden, their breast, any part of the breast, is looking scaly. Okay? You need to also look out for that and report to your health facility. Another thing to look out for in the breast is put your both hands akimbo. That's your two hands by your side like this. And then you lean forward. Now, when you lean forward, we all know you're also observing your nipples. I forgot to mention that. You're checking the nipples too. You know that normally for a woman that has not breastfed before, young girls, their breasts is of course well-rounded, centrally placed, and the nipples are what? Standing and very agile, something like that. But for a woman that has suckled or breastfed, it's not the same. The breast hangs down a little bit more and maybe facing downward sometimes. So you already know the normal way your breast should be, your nipples are. Then, and you know that you don't have a nipple that is inside, but all of a sudden you're seeing that the nipple is going inside. It's not pointing out as usual. You're seeing that one side of your nipple is going inside. It's something to be concerned about. Immediately report to the health facility. Not to say that there are some people that don't have this, we call it retracted nipple, that's the nipple going inside. Some women have that naturally, okay? But you don't have that naturally. All of a sudden you see it going inside. Or you have that naturally, but you're still seeing it going inside more than your usual way you will have it. Then there's a problem, you need to see a doctor. Then after that, when you lean forward and keep your hands at people and you lean forward like this, the breast usually will hang forward for a woman that has given breast milk before and the breast is looking a bit falling. It will hang, it will go down, like, right, to follow you. But if you notice that the two breasts, maybe one is like something is pushing one back, but the other one has followed, but then something is looking like something is pushing one back. You need to check what that is and get a doctor to check it too. After that, you get a pillow. This other method is palpation. You palpate, you either, that's what I mean by palpation is using your hands like this to touch the breast, round like that. Like you're massaging it. You are trying to check for lump or what we call seed. Yes. Usually, when after your period as a woman, the breast will be very soft. And that way, if there is any lump or anything that is abnormal, that is not breast tissue, your part of your normal breast, you easily spot it. So, how do you do that? As you're looking at the mirror, you carry when you want to check your left breast, you put your left hand to your back of your head like this, and then using your right hand, I will have to drop this mic so I can demonstrate. Please, can you hear me very well? Yes. Good. So, using your left hand, you put your left hand at the back of your head like that. Using your right hand, women, let's do it. Everybody, let's do it. Using your right hand, you check. Look at what I'm doing. You massage like that. You check. You do it. You go round the breast. Round, up to the nipple. You massage like that. Round, up to the nipple.
And if you notice anything abnormal, like a seed or had something that looks like a seed, please report to the doctor immediately. You repeat the same process for the other breast. Put the other hand there and do. Okay. Like say wetin I dey talk na big grammar. See now, balloon don burst, follow me. The balloon don burst for my big grammar. So wetin I dey talk be say, as you carry your hand put for your head like that, you go begin carry the other hand, the opposite hand, begin dey check. You go dey press am, dey rub am, dey check. You go round, you go check am round till you reach the nipple. After you finish, you go check your armpit too, because lump fit dey there too. Go check your armpit well to check am reach this place where your bra line dey. You check am. Then you check too under the breast side too. Then you check come reach this middle of your chest, where that middle of your chest bone dey. Then you go see check come reach your collar bone here. That's this bone wey dey here. Na this bone wey dey for neck. You go check am too whether lump dey there. Because sometimes the lump fit no dey for. You know some women get God bless them well with plenty breast. The breast full everywhere. You reach back there, you reach here, you reach the chest. So you need to check well. When you don't check that one finish, this one you fit do am two ways. Either you do am as they stand like that, or you do am as they lie down. Okay, as you lie down, you carry pillow support the part where you dey check. You do the same things, and if you notice anything, make sure say you tell your doctor. Make sure say you go report to doctor immediately. Make doctor come use their own hand check. Then you say, make doctor use their own hand check. Then you say, no worry, that thing wey you see no be lump. Nah, just your normal breast tissue. And don't forget the way I say make you keep your hand. And don't forget the way I say make you do am. The truth be say, if you carry your hand like this, don't hold your breast like this. See the way I do this one. See the way I hold this breast now. You go feel sick. You go feel something wey be like seed. That one wey be seed na your normal breast tissue be that. Because no be the method they say make you use do am. If you hold your breast like this, you go feel something wey be like wey dey hard. But no be lump be that, no be seed be that. Na your normal breast tissue. Now make I say make you do am that method. When you lie down, e better because the breast go spread well and you go fit check am well. And if anything wey you see, go tell doctor. Even though you see lump for your breast, you don't mean say you get breast cancer. I think you know like that. Okay, even if you don't know, I don't tell you now. If you check for your breast, you see lump, you don't mean say you get breast cancer. You understand? Because that lump wey you see, when you go meet doctor, they go say, okay, if they confirm say true, na lump wey you see or seed wey you see, they go comot that seed. Then go check am for lab, special lab wey dey check whether something na cancer or no be cancer. When they go check am for there, they go come tell you the result. They go do one particular test wey they call histology. No worry for the grammar. When they check am finish, they go tell you say, okay madam or oga, this thing na cancer or no be cancer. And people wey read book well wey don study this thing well don say over 95% of seed wey dem dey see for that breast, when they go that lab go check am, you know they be cancer. So no one say, shey I don see lump, that nurse talk am. Say anytime you see lump for our breast na cancer. No, that is more than 95%, meaning that only like 5% or so wey fit turn out to be cancer. Abeg, I don confuse anybody for here. Okay, so na so e be. So now make we say make we bring the message content now. You need to dey check your breast. Do that. That's what I teach you now. You go dey do am once every month. For women wey still dey see their period, 3 to 5 days after you don see your period, do am. Then for those wey dey see period again, you go just choose one particular day in a month wey you go dey do am. Maybe if you choose every first, make you dey do am. If you carry belle too, you know say you no go dey see period. Choose one day to dey do am. So na so e be. Now I go stop for here, then I go answer any question wey una get from wetin I don dey talk since. So thank you. Any question?
they are saying that this big breasts have breast cancer. What of those ones that we have from breast? Can they have cancer?
Okay, thank you very much. I believe we clap for her, but that question is a very important question. Because people don't dey talk and say since na only people wey get very big breast na their cancer go stay. No be like so, because even people wey no get big breast too fit get cancer. Na make we say make everybody learn how to check their breast, big or small, so that any day wey you see anything wey no be like the normal thing wey you suppose see for your breast. Because na wetin this thing wey you dey check your breast every day, once every day in the month, e go make you dey used to your breast. Then any day wey you see anything wey no suppose to dey there or wey no dey there, you go easily know say this thing no dey there last month, how manage? So both big and small breast fit get cancer. So that's all. Thank you. I don answer your question. Okay, thank you. Abeg mo clap for her again. Any other question? Okay, vaginal cancer dey very rare. No be like say you know dey, but e dey very rare. But you see breast cancer na one of the cancers wey kill women well. In fact, World Health Organization, that is the people wey dey concerned for anything about health for the entire world, talk say in 2020 alone, over 685,000 women die from only breast cancer. So you see am say the wahala wey breast cancer carry come, the body dey too much. And the bad thing with this cancer be say if you no know am early, the thing fit come spread for the whole body, and na wetin fit kill the woman quick. There is breast cancer. In fact, there is cancer fit affect any part of the body. If you dey here when I start to dey talk, I talk say cancer na any part of your body wey the cells wey suppose grow normal e come dey grow abnormal. So if cell for here come dey grow abnormal, they come say na cancer of the leg be that. So if it happen for your vagina, na cancer of the vagina. And there is also cancer wey dey happen inside the mouth of woman womb, wey dem dey call cervix. That one too dey call am cervical cancer. So if it happen there too, na cervical cancer, and it's very treatable like breast cancer. The treatment dey. Maybe say dem treat you finish, you go fit live your normal life again. Hope say I don answer your question. Thank you. Okay.
I have a question. A friend of mine, she said after she did birth control, and she started seeing kind of spots on her breast. And after a while, she went to she was diagnosed with cancer. So I asked him, and he said, birth control really makes sense. Cancer, breast cancer.
Okay, thank you. So birth control pills, before you do family planning, they will check you, they will do some tests for you to know which one wey go suit you perfectly. If dem see say you be person wey get high risk to develop cancer, dem go know the particular one they suppose to give you, because birth control pill na wetin we dey call hormonal tablet. E fit change, e fit alter your hormone, and when your hormone dey alter during your cycle, e dey affect your breast. No be like say na the medicine wey she take or birth control wey cause the cancer. The thing be say maybe she don already get risk to develop cancer. Then as she come take the birth control pill, since the thing dey work on hormone, dey alter the hormone, especially estrogen. They get wetin we dey call estrogen. If person dey exposed to am too early, even studies don show say if girls wey see their period too early get high risk due to develop cancer because of the exposure they get to estrogen. And the birth control pill get that estrogen, and they also get other hormonal things wey dem make am start the woman no go carry belle. So maybe she don already get the risk to get cancer, then she come dey take the birth control pill wey come further speed up her risk. So na wetin I think say happen for that her own case. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
So if can a growth, you have a growth in your breast, can it cause cancer, like a very small kind of growth? It keeps growing and
Okay, which part of the body?
The breast.
The breast.
Yes.
You need make doctor see that thing because as you call am growth, e come dey enlarge, e still dey grow. You say na birthmark, how you dey? Yes, na you born come see am, but make doctor still see am. At least make dem check, even if na to take small skin from there, go check. Say this thing wey dey grow like this, na just normal. Okay, they need to check am. Now until you check am, do that test, then check am, they no go fit tell. Remember say I say anybody wey get lump for breast, no be all the lump be cancer. They need to comot that lump through a small surgical procedure. We say as dem do am finish, the person go waka comot for hospital normal, like say dem no do anything. Who go go that day, then they go carry that thing wey dem comot go check for lab whether na cancer or no be cancer. So if that thing still dey grow like that, e go good make doctor see am, make dem go check wetin that thing be. So. Okay. If you no get any other question, maybe okay. Thank you very much for listening.